everybody, time to continue work on the Ninja Warrior number 2 guitar, and it's a beautiful day here in Central Florida. The sun is out, there's a few clouds. I got my umbrella protecting me partially from the sun, so we're good to go. Time to continue work. The plan is today is to do the countersink, the back access panel plates, and then get some Bondo and fill all the voids, sand that smooth, and possibly go to Ugly Phase Part 2 with the wood filler and see how far we get to that. And we could even get to the primer base coats today. Wow, that would be something else. Got nowhere to hang the guitar per se until tomorrow when I come install or assemble the Ninja Warrior number 1 guitar, and then this can go in that place. But we can get as far as the Ugly Phase Part 2, the wood grain filler. But anyway, so let's get some progress done and we will see you in a sec. Alright, successful installation of back cover plate, and we countersunk it, so it looks pretty good. Check it out. Awesome. Alright, so I got my Bondo wood filler, and we're going to start working on the body, making it perfect again. So, alright, so we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, quick update. Ugly Phase Part 1 is in full swing. Yeah, we are definitely looking ugly right now, but that's okay. I'm going to sand this all smooth. Yeah. I just wanted to show you how ugly. Well, the top wasn't too extremely bad, but yeah. This is pretty ugly. We'll get some, let this cure if it doesn't start raining. Clouds just kind of moved in, but that's fine. So let this cure a little bit, and then we'll start to sand it, and we'll see in a bit. Alright, awesome. A quick update, yeah. Sanded all the body filler, and it is looking sweet. Yeah, it's always the transition from this stage, the Ugly Phase Part 1, to where I get the body filler. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. Alright, next step is I'm going to go check get the neck out and match it in the pocket and see if everything lines up correctly and everything is good. If that's the case, then we can go ahead and, I got a couple things to do before the body filler stage. I might elect to do the strap buttons. I haven't done them yet, but basing on the other guitar and had success, I'm going to put one right there and then one in the center of the back plate. And I might just go ahead and do that now before the wood grain filler phase. But yeah, alright, and then I drilled a hole for the ground from the claw, so it looks pretty good. This is a lot of work though. I know it looks awesome now, but it is a lot of sanding, a lot of dust. I've cleaned up my mess, of course. I kind of have OCD, as if you couldn't tell. So I tend to keep things relatively clean when I'm working. But all right, so let me get the neck out. Let me get everything, make sure everything's good, and we'll be back. Alright, rain's coming in, so I had to be quick. I installed the strap buttons and they're looking good. I had the strap and I put the guitar on and it hangs perfectly. I mean, it's just choice. So there we go. Alright, so next stage is going to be, here's how the guitar looks. Let's get a bird's eye of it. I don't think I got, there we go. It's going to be awesome. That anodized blue. The way the color scheme's gonna go, just real quick, I'm gonna do the primer gray, then I'm gonna do black, let that cure for about a week, then I'm gonna do chrome, let that cure for about a week, and then we're gonna do the anodized blue clear. It's a tint, so it's a tint clear, and it's just gonna look amazing. I'm gonna do the body, of course, and the front of the headstock with my logo being in silver. So that's gonna be awesome. But yeah, it's looking pretty sweet. I love this shape. I'm glad I'm doing a third one. Like I said yesterday, the third one is going to actually be neon green. And I found some really cool gloss neon green paint. So, and I'm thinking about doing a reverse headstock. Gonna have the headstock being maple, or the neck being maple again, but reversed. Actually, it's gonna be left-handed, so, because I couldn't find it, and it's gonna be really cheaper this way, and I'm gonna have to install the it's going to have fret markers on both sides, but that's not going to be a problem. I'm going to install the fret markers on the top, of course, but yeah. All right, so let me take this apart. Clouds are moving in, and then we'll start. And let me show you the neck pocket. Neck pocket looks really decent. Yeah, and all these little imperfections in the lines are going to be smoothed out even further with the wood grain filler. But yeah, see how the neck pocket turned out really well. Yeah, that's awesome. So I love the shape. I think this is going to be my first Bragland signature guitar, of course, and so that's going to be awesome. So all right, let me get this apart and get all my stuff inside the house, because if the rain comes, it doesn't really smell like rain, but it's been thundering and lightning, but it might pass by. But anyway, so all right, hope everybody's having a good day, and we'll see you next step. That looks so awesome. The anodized blue is going to be just, oh my god, can't wait. All right, we'll see. Alright, seems that the storm has passed us by without ill effect, so I'm going to get out. I went and bought 2 brand new plastic wood fillers. These go for about 12 bucks. I could probably get about 4 or 5 guitars out of one, so it's pretty cool. So I'm going to mix a little bit with water, and we're going to start. I got my fan brushes, and we're going to start applying some Ugly Phase Part 2. And I'll usually start on the sides and on the back, and we'll see after I put a few coats on. Alright, we'll see a little bit. Alright, got the first coat on the back and sides, and it is looking good. Sun's come out, so hopefully this will cure very quickly in between coats. Alright, and we'll see in a little bit. Good morning, everybody. It's time to continue work on the Ninja Warrior #2 guitar. The body filler has definitely had time to cure. It's been a day or so, early morning. It's about 6 something a.m. here on Saturday. I think it's July 22nd. So what we're going to do is we're going to sand this Ugly Phase Part 2. We're going to sand and make the body beautiful, and then blow it off real good, and maybe do some primer coats today on this guitar and let that set for several days while I'm working the other guitars that I got on the line there, the ones here. So alright, let me get sanding and we'll see in a little bit. Alright, another quick update. Alright, the Ugly Phase Part 2 is completed, and the guitar looks awesome. Yeah, smoothed out. I just want to show you. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the hanger. Put a little piece of tape there to avoid any overspray on the neck pocket. That way it won't affect the neck when it's rejoined to the neck. So yeah, I just wanted to show you. Looks awesome. Alright, let me put it on the hanger and I'll be right back. Alright, got it all sanded, 600 grit, looking good. We are ready for some primer coats. And I shifted over added a second ground for the bridge claw, just because I found that in the center there it's in the way, but it should be way out of the way up there. So alright, let me get some primer on here. Again, I'm going to use a full can of the 2-in-1 Krylon, and fingers crossed, we'll see in a little bit. Alright, first coats of primer are on there. Actually, the first coat, single coat, and it is looking good. I love this stuff. This Krylon product is awesome. I'm gonna put a can and a half. I found a half a can I still have left from prior things, so I'm gonna use it all there and get a nice thick coat, sandable coat. That way I can sand it and make it really special. Because this is gonna get the primer coat, then it's gonna get the black, then it's going to get the chrome, then it's going to get the blue tinted clear coat. So it's got quite a few layers to go on yet. So, but yeah. Alrighty, we'll see in a little bit. Alright, primer coats have been completed and it looks good. Alright, we're going to let this cure for a while, then we're going to put a sand on it, and then we'll go for some black paint. This will be the end of the progress on this one today. I might do some other painting on some of the other ones, but as always on Saturday I have domestic duties to perform. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, hope everybody's having a good weekend, and we will see you soon. Good morning. How's everybody doing on this beautiful sunny day here in Central Florida? It is time again to work on the Ninja Warrior guitar number 2. And I'm going to sand. The primer's had time to cure for a few days. And now it's time to sand it really as smooth as possible and put some black base coats. And as you recall, this guitar is going to be anodized blue color, so the paint scheme is going to be the black. And that's going to cure, and then sand that if need be. Maybe a second application of black, then chrome paint. So we're gonna have chrome for about a week, and then with the tinted clear coat, the anodized blue. All right, so let me get some sanding going on here, and we'll see in a little bit. All right, we are sanded, tack cloth, and blown off a couple times. I'm gonna blow off again, and then we're ready for some gloss black paint. All right. We'll see after I put a couple light sprays. I'm going to try to use up the 2 cans that I've got. I've got like a can maybe between the 2 cans. And we'll see how it goes. Alright. And then we'll let this cure for about a week, and then we'll go with some silver. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, everything went okay. I got some super thick base coats. I used up the got a little drip happening here. Might have to turn it upside down for that for a little while, because that's going to be, yeah, it's looking ugly. But yeah, I put some super thick coats on here, so I'm going to sand all this in about 2 weeks, and it's going to make it perfect. So, all right, let me flip this over before this drip here goes. Okay, I'll be right back. Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing on this fine July 29th, 2022? It's time to continue work on the Ninja Warrior 2 guitar build, and we're going to do some fret work today. It just finished raining and now it's cleared up, but we're staying inside today. Got me some fresh 320 grit on my leveling beam. Got my tools. Gonna do the fret ends. Which my fret end file right here. Alright, so first thing I do, like always, is just to make sure that the neck is completely level. Make sure all the frets are seated properly. And then we'll tape it up and then level them. And then crown them, then polish them. Then, once we get through with all that, we'll tape all this up, and then we'll put a black base coat on the front of the headstock, because this is going to get the anodized blue paint for this guitar. Alright, so we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, got the fretboard all taped off. And on the back too, that way I don't get any dust on the back and stain the back of the neck. And then I got all the frets marked. Alright, now we're going to level them real good, put a crown, and polish. We'll see you in the next step. Alright, all my frets have been leveled and remarked. And they are looking good. I checked them with my rock arm, so they're nice and flat to each other. So now we're going to put a crown on them using my StuMac centered Z file. And we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, all my frets got a perfect crown on both sides, and they are looking good, feeling good. And I already did the fret ends before I started everything with the fret end file, and it feels amazing. So alright, next step is to go through my sandpapers and level and polish the frets, and we'll see in a little bit. Alright, got the frets rounded and polished, and they are looking brilliant. I love that. Freshly worked on frets, freshly polished, level crowned and polished frets are just awesome. Alright, so next step is I'm going to take off this tape, clean it up a little bit, and then I'm going to tape it up again and tape up the headstock and everything, and then we're going to put about 3-4 layers of gloss black on the front side of the headstock, and we'll see in a bit. Alright, got the tape off. I just wanted to show you how good the frets look. How shiny they turn out. And polish them up. Alright, let me get some my tape out and get it taped up, and we'll be right back. Alright, got her all taped up, ready for some black spray paint, like black gloss base coats. Alright, we'll see you when it's over. Alright, one last update on the Ninja Warrior number 2 guitar build. I forgot to show you that I was able to smooth out where we last left off. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. I don't know if that was a good idea. Yeah, I could do it with one hand. Okay, the last left off, I showed you that there was a big old drip by the bottom, right there, the big old drip forming. But I was able to smooth it out, but it did kind of texturize a little bit on me. But this is an underlying coat of paint, so this is going to be sanded, and if need be, another coat is going to put on there. But yeah, it's actually pretty level. It looks kind of terrible now, but remember on the Pac-Man guitar how that looked and how great that turned out. Yeah, so, but in general, it was pretty decent. The layer, there was a couple spots that I did tried to push down. So when this cures for about another 4 days or so, I'll sand it really well, and then we'll go with some chrome color. All right, sounds good. Hope everybody has a good night, and this will conclude the progress again on the Ninja Warrior #2 guitar, and we'll continue with it tomorrow, or as soon as this cures. So we'll see in a little bit. All right, good morning everybody. It's July 31st 2022. It's about midday, it's about noontime. I just wanted to do an update on the Ninja Warrior #2 guitar. I just got finished sanding all of the black paint, and it is looking good. Remember that big old drip that was forming here? I was able to sand that good, smooth, and I think this is probably, there's one little spot left right there, but I think that'll be fine. I'll fill in. But I just wanted to show you how the guitar looks at this point. It looks pretty good. Like I said, I still got a bunch of layers of paint to go on there, but I'm going to try to make this the smoothest finish that I've ever done. Taking the advice of Mr. Mark Murray from Guitar Guys, he said take a little bit more time on the finish, and that's what I'm doing. I sanded it really good. As you can see, like this part was unsanded because it's going to be underneath the plate anyway, so there's no need, and you see how wavy that would have showed up in the finish. But I sanded, I started with 320 grit and did all the way to 600 grit, and there's a couple low spots here and there, but those will fill in. But the majority of the low spots are gone. You can see because there's no shininess. When you get the shininess, like see right here, I didn't sand super aggressively, but that's going to be fine because it's going to be in a lower tier. But I wanted to show you the difference between how it, when you sand, you get it to the point where it's completely flat. So the next layer of paint that lays on it will be even flatter, and then that'll be silver paint. And then after that cures for about a week or so, then we'll do the blue, the anodized blue coloring. Let's see if I can get it out in the sun here and see if I can show you how. Yeah, see how flat? That is completely flat. That's probably the flattest body that I've done so far. So, and you can see the difference from where under the plate. Yeah, so. All right, and I'll work on it a little bit more. There's still a couple more spots to flatten, but I think once after the silver coats have been applied and we get to the anodized, because the anodized color, the blue, it's actually a tinted clear coat. And it's blue, but it's tinted, and it'll make this guitar pop. So, and also gonna do the headstock yet too. But all right, hope everybody's having a good day, and we will see you soon. All right, another quick update. I'm actually going to sand the headstock as well. I wanted to show you how it looks prior to sanding. See how textured that is? I mean, when it went on, it looked flawless, but then once it dries, it shows all the imperfections. And this neck was not treated, so it was kind of raw, so all that paint kind of went into the pores. So I'm going to go ahead and sand. See, you go in the brightness, see that? That's just bad. So I'm going to go ahead and sand this flat, and then see if I need to apply another coat of black. And if that's the case, we'll let that dry again for a few days and sand it. We're going to try and make it perfect. But it's going to be the, after it gets really super flat, then we'll put the silver and then the anodized blue. And then my logo in chrome, it's going to look bad to the bone. All right, we'll see. All right, finished sanding. And you can see the major difference. It's a lot flatter. Still a couple low spots. I think another couple coats of paint will fill those in pretty good. So yeah, I just wanted to show you. You remember the difference between what I showed you a second ago and now it's sanded. This is going to make the overall appearance way better. Okay, so let me I'll probably go with I'm not sure if I'll go straight to silver because it's already dark enough. The reason I did the black first is to have a dark substrate, so when the chrome goes over it, it's more chromy. I don't know if that makes any sense, but if you were to spray chrome over a lighter color of white, it wouldn't have like that deep chrome effect. So, and we're going to put the anodized blue over it as well, but I might just go right to chrome. But we'll see how the body fares out. I might do that with the body as well, just go straight to chrome instead of going another black coat. So, alright. So this will be it for today for the Ninja Warrior 2 guitar build. So we'll see everybody soon. Alright, got the base coats of black on the Ninja Warrior 2 headstock, and it looks pretty good. And we'll let this cure along with the body. And then when it cures to a certain, probably about another 4 or 5 days, then I'll put a 600 to 800 grit sand on both the body and get it nice and level. And then we'll go with the chrome paint. And then we'll let that cure for about a week and see how that looks. Maybe we sand it and add another layer of chrome, but then we'll go with the anodized blue after all that. So, and that'll be this one. So it'll cast after the chrome paint. So the metallic finish. Alright, this will conclude the progress on the Ninja Warrior number 2 guitar for today. I hope everybody has a good night, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Probably get to work on the Serpent Sting number 2 guitar build. We'll get the bridge and all that good stuff going, and maybe we'll do some touch-ups on the Bengal Tiger Kelly. We'll see how everything goes. Alright, we'll talk to you later. Alright, how's everybody doing on this fine Monday after, oh, it's almost about noon. Monday about noontime. It's time to work on the Ninja Warrior number 2 guitar. It's got the neck painted, taped up rather, and it's time to put some silver base coats, and I'll be doing the body as well. So, yep, got it taped up. Alright, let me put some silver on there, and we'll be back in shortly. Alright, it's time for some metallic silver on the body. I blew it off again. I'm going to blow it off just one more time, and then we're going to put some metallic silver on here and see how it's going. We're going to go with super light coats. Hopefully the rain permits. I don't know if it's going to rain or not. The cloud just came out of nowhere. I have to keep an eye on it because you can't have paint and rain. So, alright. This is how the body looks right now. Put some light coats of silver on there and blow it off again, and we'll see in a little bit. Alright, got some light coats of silver on there and looking pretty good. I'm lucky I'm under the umbrella here because it is dripping a little bit here and there. Kind of precarious doing this in the rain. And I think overall it's turning out really good. I'm going to go with super light coats. And I'll probably put the whole can on there. So, see how it goes. It looks okay so far. Looks pretty good. This is not going to be, there's going to be a clear, like I said, I'll keep saying over and over, it's going to be a clear over top. Alright, a couple more coats have been added, and it's looking pretty good. There's a couple spots it's kind of reacting just a hair, but I think I'm going to let this cure for a whole week, and I think I'll sand it, and I think it'll be okay. There was an issue that I had to correct here with the black paint and here, and you can see how it's starting to react a little bit right there and a little spot right there, and there's a minor little spot up front. But like I said, once this fully cures in about a week or so, I'm gonna sand it with 600 grit sandpaper just on the spots where I see any kind of imperfection. And it doesn't matter as far as sheen goes. Of course it might, so I might have to touch up those spots that I sand with a little extra silver. I think I'll have to do that, yeah. So I'll wait until this fully cures. I'll still probably put some more coats on here just to have enough room to sand with. But overall it's okay. It's not reacting too bad. There were, like I said, a couple spots, but alright, we'll see in a little bit. Alright, quick update on the spray painting the Ninja Warrior 2 guitar build silver. And for the most part, it turned out okay. It started raining on me, so I had to hide under the umbrella until the rain had passed so I can quickly jet into the house. On the headstock, I did have a reaction. In the little corner there, I did let it cure for a little bit, and then I did my finger to push it down, so that way when I'm gonna sand all this, and put another coat of metallic silver. I'm not sure if the body is going to need another some more coats. They probably will. There was 3 spots on the back of the body that it's going to require a little bit of sanding. It kind of reacted a little bit. Let's see if I can somehow get to it somehow here. Pretty much covered it up for the most part, except for right in the corner here. I'm not going to be able to see it. Yeah, there's a spot like right there that was kind of coming up, and then a spot there, and then a spot there that was a little bit coming up. But in general, it didn't react, thank God. I think I waited plenty long. It's just, paint's just, they're fickle. They do what they want to do no matter what. And there was a little hair of a little reaction that was happening right over there where I did sand the drip. So, but in general, I mean, it looks pretty good. And like I said, it's gonna, you know, next paint's gonna be the anodized blue color, metal cast. And I'm gonna let this cure for a full week before I do all that. And I'll probably have to touch up, sand and touch up some spray paint on a couple spots. So it's going to be probably even longer than that. For sure, the headstock, I'm going to sand that and the other after it fully cures. And so, but in general, I mean, it looks pretty cool. Kind of like that's the surfing with an alien Joe Satriani vibe going on right now with the silver. But it's all part of the plan. So let's see. I wonder if I could. It's still kind of wet, so I'm going to let it flash off and cure for a while, but it does, you know, by outward, you know, long view appearance, it does look pretty good actually. There's a little bit of a sheen I was hoping for. I knew it wasn't going to be like mirror or anything because metallic paints don't really do like that per se, but yeah, it looks pretty good. So, alright. So this concludes today's progress on the Ninja Warrior 2 guitar. It had good and bad, but there was that one point in time before I did the Pac-Man guitar when a reaction of that degree would send me in hairy-carry despair mode. But nowadays it's like, you know, I've been doing this a while and it's just let it dry and we sand it and paint it again. I mean, that's all you can do. And I refrain from, the only reason I kind of wet my finger a little bit and then push down on any of the reaction because I want there to be the paint to stick to the paint underneath. And if it bubbles up, you know, when you sand it, you're just going to be sanding all the paint off it completely. But if you're able to push it down with a wet finger, that's the only reason I did that on that particular spot. But I'm not going to do that on the body because I've done that before on the body when the black, it kind of bubbled up in a spot or two. But I sanded it and those spots went away. But, well, on the back there was still those little areas. So just paint's fickle. Paint does what it wants to do. And I can't wait to put the red on here. I'll be taping this off pretty soon. And doing the red. I got the red. And this is the red I'm going to use. It's actually called apple red. So and I've researched online on what red people use and the Schwinn color, bike paints, and all that other stuff. But you know what? This apple red looks really close to it, and it's really vibrant. And it's, you know, it's not the same exact guitar. I did find my 1971 quarter, and I'm contemplating whether to put it on there underneath the bridge, be able to lock the bridge in place like Eddie Van Halen did. And I did find the reflectors online that I could stick on the back if I wanted to. The bike reflectors like his Frankenstrat, but we'll see. But that's another video. We're talking about the Ninja Warrior 2. So, alright, so we're going to let this cure for a week or so, and then sand it, and then probably go another touch-up. Maybe not like a full round of metallic, because the metallic paints, they, you know, when I did the Michael Badio paint, I mean it, but see, I did a clear coat over the metallic paint, you know, the standard clear, not a tinted clear. So I think the tinted clear would hide any kind of, because on the back of this guitar there was some spots that I sanded and it was a little bit lighter. So, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But alright, hope everybody's having a good day, and we will talk to you soon.